Hello, welcome to my video. I'm going to be reading some more of my journal pages, so thank you for joining. And I'll probably be reading about three pages today. I kind of already briefly read through them because I kind of want to know what I'm going to say somewhat before this video ends. So this particular page was dated back October of 2017, and I'll just go ahead and jump right into it. I'm drained and tired. My dean is being drained from me, and I know it, but fighting to keep holding on. It's what I know to keep my sanity, and I need it. I think my baby dad is draining me of my dean. There are a lot of factors as to why I say this, and I believe that there are people out here that can take other people's energy and faith and whatever else they want. They are called vampires. I had to look that up because I would be drained. Like my energy levels would be so low, and I didn't know why. And come to find out, it was my baby dad doing it. I'm so tired. I'm at the point of going to a psychic because things are so out of whack and I needed answers, but I said, no, let me just write it down instead. I feel like something bad will happen to me, but don't know when. It's certain signs that lead me to believe that this marriage is not worth losing my life for. But when I look back at the dean, the way it goes for anyone who is having marital issues is to be patient with one's spouse and overlook their faults, which is what I have done. But then another part of me is saying, don't let the religion suppress you. Get out before it's too late, which is what I heard in one of my dreams. But how? Where would I go? No job or money. Why did I have to go through this? Why did I have to go through everything from a small girl up until now? I feel like I regret my whole life. Now what? What do I do? I don't regret my children. I love them so much. A big part of why I stayed so long is because of my children. What is going to happen to me? What has already happened to me? So this particular page is just me questioning why this is happening to me. What is happening to me? I'm confused at this point. I've been confused, but this is all like coming into reality. I just didn't know what to do. And I was searching for so many answers that I was willing to go to a psychic to get those answers because I wasn't getting them from Allah. So I was just looking for anything and everything that was able to help me at this point. And I really hate to relive this by reading journal pages, but I know that there is somebody out there that is dealing with something similar, and my testimony could help somebody. So I'm strong for this. I don't need anybody to tell me that I'm not. I know that I'm strong for this. So, I thank God for the strength because I had prayed for it. But yeah, all that happened, or I wrote all that down on October 30th, 2017. Oh yeah, and then I had to look up, like what energy vampires were or are, and how they steal your energy. And some people don't even know they're energy vampires. Some people will unconsciously drain and steal your energy, and they just don't know that they're doing it. And that's what he was doing. So on November 1st of 2017, I had a dream of a particular herb that was shown to me, and I drew it out and I wrote about it here. Then I started to research different herbs, and this herb I thought was blue vervain, and it could still be. I don't remember exactly, but I wrote down blue vervain, and I wrote down the science behind blue vervain and what it could do. So it says that it's good for helping people with bronchitis, help with colds. It's also good for breastfeeding mothers. So that's what I wrote down on that page. And then skipping to November 27th of 2017, it says, the dream I had that I think came from my aunt. So I know a lot of Christians would say, let me be careful. A lot of Christians, I've heard Christians say that if you have a dead relative come into your dreams, then that means that it's a demon. That wasn't my case at the time. My aunt passed away from breast cancer, and she's come to me a couple times in my dreams, and quite a few times actually. And this particular day, she came to me in a dream and she said, "Get out before it's too late." And I would never forget that. To me, that wasn't a demon talking. To me, that was the help of my ancestor. And I'll just go ahead and read the page. So on November 27, 2017, the dream that I had, I think came from my aunt when she told me, "Get out before it's too late." I think I finally know what that means. Strange things have been happening. Pieces of the puzzle are slowly starting to come together, but still trying to figure it out on my own. I wish there was someone I could talk to and understand and help. I think I'm married to my agent. I was looking up all type of stuff. I was just into everything. My struggle is to trust this union or not. Is my dream telling me to run and get away soon or stay in the life that I have here with the kids? I don't know. And I wish I could figure it out before it's too late. I had another, I guess, dream this morning, and there was a guy I heard that said, "I'm losing my voice," and called me by my Muslim name. At the time, my Muslim name was Jannah, and Jannah means paradise. And I asked, why is he calling me by Jannah? And I said, "My name is Janae, and this is very weird to me." And I said, "It's so sad that I don't know." So, of course, more confusion, trying to figure things out on my own, and just couldn't figure it out. My mind was just in so many places, trying to figure things out on my own. And I felt like I just could not put the pieces together, but they were slowly starting to come together, if that makes any sense. I was just trying to get through it. It was a struggle every single day that I woke up. Just my mind warfare I was going through, emotional warfare. It was just everything happening all at one time. It seemed like it was just spiraling. Um, so yeah, I choose to believe that that was an actual ancestor that was coming to help and guide me. Not a demon coming to me in my dreams. Because I took heed, I listened to getting out, and I'm glad I listened, because had I stayed, you'll get the answers in different videos as the time goes by, but you'll understand why I listened to that advice. So the next page, I wrote down on November 28th, which was the next day, 2017. I said, "I think my sponsor is plotting to kill me." I heard someone say, "Usually you're right if your first mind or instinct comes up with it. I think this is what's going to happen, or at least try to happen. I don't want to be anybody's robot." So at this time, I started to research what sponsors and agents were, and just that whole MK Ultra type deal. Like I said, I was just researching everything to find out answers. So I wound up getting into a plethora of worldly information that I just spiraled down the rabbit hole. Just was learning about anything and everything I could, just to try to find some answers to what I was going through at the time. And let me see. So on November 21st, 2017, it says 2 days ago, I told my then husband I was no longer praying and stopped being Muslim. This was the breaking point for me, not because of a argument or disagreement, but because I'm reaching a different stage in my life. I feel like my mind and eyes are opening up to something higher than religion on a spiritual level. I want to be more spiritual and free spirited rather than being controlled by religion. He doesn't agree and said a divorce needs to happen. After 8 years and 3 children, a divorce needs to happen. I can't believe this is happening. So I told the kids and they cried and I cried. They asked questions and I gave them answers. This has been a sad few days. These days have been filled with emotions, so many of them. I still can't believe it. I now had to find a way to take care of myself, work, save, buy a place, and buy a car. I went to social services to see if my Section 8 came through, but it didn't. I've been on the list for 3 years. They did everything to help. I made calls and they gave me numbers to shelters. If I stay in a shelter for 45 days, they will provide housing, but I really don't want to resort to that. I've been there and it's no place I want the kids. So right now the plan is to work from here, homeschool the children until I move out. Where the kids will be, I don't know yet. And this is the toughest decision I ever had to make. Um, so at this point, things are starting to almost come together, but not really. I've really, 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 really tried hard to get myself together, to find resources and people that could help me in any way that I could get some help. At this time, I was living in the state of Maryland, and all my family, well, my mother, my father, they were in the state of Georgia. So I didn't have anybody in the state of Maryland besides one family member. She lived a few counties away, but she was able to help me eventually. But yeah, the area that I was in um, throughout the time I lived in Maryland, which was like Baltimore City, then Baltimore County, it was just it was just hard trying to do it on my own. Again, if I didn't mention this in the previous video, I committed to being a stay-at-home wife and mother, and I depended on the sole provider, which was my husband at the time. So he was the one that made the money, and I worked, but it wasn't enough. It was like a few dollars here and there. It just wasn't enough to support me, and 4 children. Paying rent, paying for a car. I didn't have financial literacy, nothing. So I was just like, Lord, how am I going to do this? God, please help me. I prayed so hard for help. And eventually I got it. Things started to come about. Um, um, Section 8 or social services can only help you but so much. They can get you to where you need to be. Um, and so I was getting like food stamps. So food I didn't have to worry about. It was just like the shelter. Like, where was I going to go? Where was I going to lay my head? Where was the children going to go? Because at this time, I'm thinking my children are going to be with me. I'm the mother. Usually that's just how it goes. If the mother is in her right mind, if she's not on drugs, if she's not being abusive, usually the children go with the mother. So that's what I thought. That's really what I thought. But I knew I didn't want my children in any shelter. No shade to anybody. Sometimes you just got to do what you have to do and live through whatever you got to live through in order to get to the next step, the next blessing in your life. But I just knew that I didn't want to have my children in a shelter. So that's what I had to deal with at the time back in October and November of 2017. So I'm going to stop right here. But I have so much more to tell you guys. And I have it on my heart that this will help somebody get out, break free, something. I know it's going to help somebody. I know my testimony is going to reach somebody out there. And I just wanted to just help in the best way that I could. So thank you for listening. Again, you can refer to me as Rose, and like, comment, and subscribe.